A ghost story that sounds completely unbelievable but is entirely true.
Okay, just bear with me on this one because this is a little bit of a long one. But I've posted two other stitches because I've got a lot of ghost stories, but this one's up here because I also didn't experience it by myself. I was with a group of friends. So I'm going to be talking about a place called Crawford Road in Virginia. And this place was notorious among the teenagers. We're going back to I'm about 17 years old, and rumors spread about this place. Like, oh, this is one of the spots to go to if you want to get spooked out, and it's one of the haunted places in the area. So, you know, think back 2016 summertime, okay? Me and my friends, we go out and we're like, you know what? Let's go hit up this place. Let's go see if it's actually creepy. So it took us a while to get there, and this road has no streetlights. It is one of those roads where you need your brights on because, yeah, you can't see anything. It's just pitch dark. And there's woods on either side. And this bridge is on this road, and you drive under the bridge, and that is the spot that everyone talks about, is this bridge. So we get there, and we're already creeped out. One, because it's just completely dark. There's no lights, there's no nothing. And if you were to continue down that road, it would lead into a neighborhood, but it was still dark, still no street lights till a certain point. And so we get out of the car, and our dumb selves decide, you know what, let's go on top of this creepy bridge. And so on the top of this bridge is an old road that's no longer being used by the public. So we decided to just go walking on it because, why not? And there's this sign up there that had pew pew holes in it. And we were just like, oh, that's so stupid. Someone came out here and, shot up the sign. And we were like, let's just continue walking in the dark by the woods. So we're walking around for probably 5 to 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, the woods, they go completely silent. You know how during the summertime, the woods are just alive with sound? Crickets, birds, frogs. It's just really noisy. Cicadas, like there's just so much going on. Well, it was one of those times where we're all just talking, and then one by one we stopped talking because the woods got quiet. And my friend goes, why did it get so quiet? And we're all standing there, and then we hear to the left of us footsteps in the woods. Just feet away, we hear footsteps. So we start booking it the other way. All of us start running because we have absolutely no clue why the woods got so silent. Usually that is just not a good thing. So we ran all the way back to the top of the bridge, and we got back to the top of the bridge. Didn't seem like anything was following us. But then when we got to the car, we walked back down to get in the car because we're all spooked, and then we hear crying. Something was crying, and it sounded like the weeping crying, when you have like your hands over your face, like it was muffled crying. And we're all sitting there for a second. All of us are hearing this. It's not just me. And listen, I've seen enough horror movies, okay? I'm not going to be the stupid one. And neither were any of my other friends. We're like, yep, time to go. Let's get out of here. Let's go and get in the car. So we all pile in, and we start driving away from the bridge back home. And as we start to drive down this road, there's this truck that comes up behind us. And he's got his brights on, and he's tailgating us. And he is, like inches away from the vehicle we're in. And all of us are we're getting pissed off. We're like, oh my gosh, this guy's such a jerk. We tried to move over, and then he just moved over with us. Like, we were trying to let him around, and or her, we don't really know, and no, just being a total jerk. And then we reached the end of the road to where this the stop sign is, and then the lights behind us go off, and we're like, oh, finally, and this guy turned his brights off. And then we turn around. I'm not driving, but me and my friends turn around, and there's no truck. There's nothing. No truck, no lights, nothing. And this is a road that is forest on either side, okay? And it's one way this way, one way that way. There's nowhere this truck would have gone. So we're all freaking out at this point, because we're like, we heard footsteps in the woods, we heard crying, and then a truck was basically chasing us, and now it's just disappeared. So now we're really, we're freaking out. Like, I mean, as one should. I feel like this would be a normal reaction. But then, of course, we all end up getting home safe. The truck never reappeared. But this is where it gets crazy. We ended up doing a little bit of research when we got back home, because we were like, what the heck? What the heck did we just experience? Not only are we not the only ones that experienced a ghost truck, we also weren't the only ones who have heard crying. And the supposed crying is coming from something that had happened a long time ago, where there was a slave woman and her child was thrown off of this bridge intentionally by her owners. And then we found out that the crying is most likely like her, that's what they suppose. And then someone had jumped off of this bridge before. And then we found out something happened the day, or I should say the night, before we were actually there. We found out on the news the next day that someone had gotten murked with a pew-pew literally the night before we had gone there. Those bullet holes that we saw on the sign, that's what it was from. And to this day, we never went back there.